a look at Paul Thompson, the decision-making has been the difference for him in the last 3 weeks. Really done a nice job escalating his game when they've needed him to since the Adrian Peterson injury. This is an offensive line for Oklahoma that I might add deserves a lot of credit. 3 players on this offensive line have 8 starts or less, and Chris Messner, the left tackle, 18 starts in his career. That's the most at anybody on this offensive front. This was an offensive line going into the year that was a concern for Oklahoma. They ended up being a strength and have obviously continued to open holes for Alan Patrick and provide protection for Paul Thompson, who's come on strong as of late.
If A&M has any chance of challenging Texas, they're going to need this win and then get a little bit of luck on their side. Tom Luganville, I'm Mike Hall. For more on him and more on this weekend's game, you can always go to ESPNU.com.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Excited about tomorrow's action, that's for sure. And excited about the second half between Hamilton and Chandler.
Why strain yourself with exercises like these when you can get results like this? Why look like this when you can look like this? The most effective waist trimming machine on the planet just got even better, and you'll never have to get on the floor again. Introducing John Abdo's Abdur Extreme program that offers you an ironclad promise that you'll lose at least 3 inches off your waist and at least 10 pounds in 30 days or less.
It makes me feel good.
The totally redesigned Abdur Extreme
Comes fully assembled right out of the box. All you have to do is just slip on the armbar. You gotta love that.
The Abdur Extreme is easy and works fast. It targets all 4 sides of your waist at the same time, working your entire midsection, including your core and love handles, and strengthening your back to give you incredibly fast results.
I lost 11 pounds, 18 pounds,
17 pounds.
7 inches, 14 pounds, 3 inches,
13 pounds.
The Abdur Extreme comes with 3 routines: the fat burner, 6-pack attack, and a special back and spinal conditioning routine. Plus, your 30-day Extreme Challenge guidebook with helpful eating suggestions and exclusive online access to the Abdur website where John coaches you for extreme results. This is a no-risk offer. We're so confident we're willing to let you try it in your home for 30 days free. Even the shipping is free. You've got nothing to lose. This is easily affordable for everyone. And don't forget to ask how you can get the triple-headed back massager, a $55 value absolutely free. This is our best deal ever.
Anytime you do anything to improve your health and appearance, you know you're doing the right thing, the smart thing. So do this for yourself right now. Don't hesitate any longer. Don't sit around and think about it. Otherwise, you may not ever do it. Millions of people around the world can't be wrong. Become a doer today and call now.
Dale, you sure you have to do all this for a screensaver?
You're good on the screensaver, but I was poking around in there. Your RAM was on its last legs. You got 4 gigs now. That ought to do it. You want to give her a shot? Sure. She working?
No.
Oh. That doing anything?
No.
Here it is. I figured her out.
We're in Chandler, Arizona, where the Huskies lead the Wolves 21-7. Let's check out some recruiting news with our man Tom Luganville. Let's go to SportsCenter U and Mike Hall.
Tom Luganville is our high school football recruiting expert, and he joins me, Mike Hall, over here on our side set. Right now, and it's always subject to change, we're still months away from signing day. Who are the best 5 classes in all of college football?
Well, these 5 classes right now stand out to me. Not only are they getting marquee players, but because they're filling needs across the board at the holes within their roster. You look at SC, running back Mark Tyler is the most complete back in this class. Could likely play defense as well, so the versatility there is sensational. We all know about Texas. They load up on the early commits and rarely have a decommit. I still think Florida's doing a good job recruiting to their philosophy with the new spread offense there. And Georgia doing a nice job at wide receiver with Israel Troop, which is where they have a significant weakness within their roster. But Notre Dame's a real interesting class to me right now because you take a look at Duval Kamara right now. If there's a position on this football team that Notre Dame needs to recruit, it's wide receiver. This is a young man out of Hoboken High School in New Jersey. He's huge, 6'5", 220. He's a bit of a project, however. He's raw. He's got a bunch of athleticism. He looks like a power forward on the basketball court. Great height within the red zone to create mismatches and deceptive speed. He builds momentum as he goes. He's such a powerful player that he can stiff-arm players, as you see right here. Very difficult to tackle after the catch. And in terms of commitments overall, you see they've got our number 2 ranked cornerback, our number 1 ranked quarterback in Jimmy Clausen. Kerry Neal, a defensive end, we're very high on out of Bunn High School in North Carolina. You know, this is a group that I think is very, very talented across the board. But the wide receiver position, in my mind, is where Notre Dame's got to make a real dent in the 2007 class. And there's 2 players I believe they've got to land either both of them or at least one. Aurelius Ben out of Washington, D.C., who's coming down between Illinois, Florida State, Maryland, Notre Dame, and Greg Little, a wide receiver out of North Carolina, who's going to come down between North Carolina and Notre Dame. And with John Bunting being let go, this could be a huge opportunity for Notre Dame to swoop in and get the wide receiver out of North Carolina.
For more insights on the recruiting world and potentially your team, join us every Friday for a full half hour. It is ESPNU's Recruiting Insider, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. If you don't have ESPNU, go to the upper right part of ESPNU.com. It says Get ESPNU on your TV. Just enter in your zip code. You can send an email to your local cable provider telling them to put ESPNU on your TV today.
All right, guys, thank you very much. They say over 9,000 here in Chandler, Arizona tonight, and Hamilton looking to go 8-0 against the Wolves as they lead 21-7. Hey, the bands were good too. Everything's good, even the Burros, huh?
From the fields of glory where Saturday afternoon legends are born, to the pageantry and passion, it's time for college football. Now you can bring that passion and pride home with Fathead. So put away that foam finger and slap up a Fathead. With schools from all the big-time college football powerhouses, Fathead wall graphics are classic collectibles made for only real fans. It's easy to put up. Just peel and place in any home or office. Fathead can take a hit. Printed on strong, durable vinyl, Fathead is the only wall graphic that actually lets you move it over and over again all season long.
Looks like this little fella's ready.
So big and real, you can't find them in a store. There's only one place to get them, fathead.com. Officially licensed by the Collegiate Licensing Company, NASCAR, the NBA, the NFL, and Players Inc. Fathead.com is where you can also find all your favorite players and teams. Call or go online at fathead.com today. Check out our special season pricing and be the ultimate fan of your team. Fathead. Go big. Real big.
Friday. It's casual day, so hopefully you're taking full advantage. It's also the 5th day of a 7-day week. 7 + 5 = 12, which of course is the retired number of Jim Kelly and Joe Namath. It also happens to be Heinz Ward's favorite movie. And if that's not enough, there's only 3 days till Randy Moss versus Deion Branch on ESPN Monday Night Football. 3 days till the Raiders rumble with the Seahawks at 8:30. TGIAM, people. Thank God it's almost Monday.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., undefeated and the world's best pound-for-pound fighter.
Combinations by Mayweather.
Carlos Baldemir, welterweight champ and undefeated in his last 19 fights.
Hard right hand by Baldemir.
See what happens when these 2 warriors collide.
You'll never see better drama.
Pretty Boy takes the biggest risk of his career against his toughest opponent ever for the World Welterweight Championship. Mayweather versus Baldemir. Saturday, November 4th. Live on DirecTV pay-per-view. Don't miss it live on DirecTV pay-per-view. Channel 123.
3 champions chasing 1 legacy.
Champion of champions. Champion of champions.
Cyber Sunday. Booker T versus The Big Show versus John Cena to determine who will be the champion of champions. One of you will be defending your championship.
You vote for which one of those 3 championships you want to be at stake?
Cyber Sunday. Live Sunday, November 5th on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Hamilton leads Chandler at halftime 21-7 as we prepare for the 3rd quarter. It was a major momentum shift as we bring in Jim Ewan, the head coach of the Wolves in Chandler, and Coach Doug Bell, David Diaz, Infante. It appeared you were going in for the tying touchdown, and it's amazing how quickly things can change, Coach.
Oh, no, isn't that the truth? And, you know, we've had a history of letting a big play slip in right at the end of the first half against Hamilton, and they make you pay for it, and they did again tonight. So we hopefully got regrouped at halftime. We get the ball first. This first possession obviously is very important in the 3rd quarter because time is going to start being a factor in this game. And we need to pick up the tempo on offense. And if we're going to win this game, we're going to have to win it offensively. And we've shown they can't run the ball real well on us, but they've moved it up and down the field through the air and with screen plays. So it's just going to come down, you know, can we get enough opportunities with our offense to get back in this game first, to get back in this game, and then go from there.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. I know you got some plays in that computer on your laptop, right?
There's no laptop. I'm too old. It's just it's an Etch-a-Sketch, all right?
All right,
So,
Coach, all right.
Thanks.
Take care. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Jim Ewan, good guy, wants to get his first win. And, Dave, you've been involved in games like this. I mean, it turns around so quickly.
Well, and what you do is you tell your guys at halftime, hey, look, you know, we were going in to score the tying touchdown. We're moving the football. Looked like our guys were starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Hey, listen, focus, calm down. Don't beat yourselves, and you're in this football game. It's a two-touchdown game right now. Just come back out, settle down. We get the first possession. Let's take it down and score.
All right, let's look at the first half highlights. Early on, Hamilton going backwards. There was some hard running. You see a fumble. I mean, this kind of set the tempo.
Yeah, that was the first turnover of the game. And then you see Hamilton to Sims. He became a big target for him early on. And here's Sims bouncing the ball to the outside, taking in for the first touchdown of the game. And you see Bernard taking the handoff up the middle for Chandler. Fumbles the ball, but fortunately Chandler recovers in the end zone for the touchdown. And then here's Dombrowski again, taking it off the right side for the touchdown and put him up 14-7. And there's a tip ball, the biggest play I think of the football game so far, right before the half, leads to this touchdown for Hamilton to Peacock for the touchdown.
All right, time now for the Nike game track. As we look at the numbers, you see Chandler has done a nice job, although Hamilton through the passing game has done it quite well as well.
Yeah, we have. And the big story there has been Brad Gruner delivering the football accurately, multiple targets, and Sims and Peacock and Taylor moving the ball through the air. And really the biggest difference is who's been able to take care of the turnovers. 1-1 so far, but it's been Hamilton taking advantage of the opportunities so far in the first half of the football game.
Yeah, red zone scoring. Hamilton's done a nice job when they've got it inside the 20-yard line. All right, so Chandler gets the ball to start the third quarter. Remember, they won the coin flip and deferred until the second half. And so, as the coach mentioned, this is big. They need to make something happen. Deep is Mikhail Barton. He's the young man who some say is the fastest athlete in the state of Arizona. Runs the 100 meters and 200 meters, and he will not get an opportunity to return this one. In fact, that goes out of bounds before it gets to the end zone. So it'll be great field position for the Chandler Wolves.
Yeah, big break. That's something good happens right away on the opening kickoff of the second half. Boy, great field possession to start your first possession of the second half. Something the coach talked about was so big for this Chandler offense right now to get something positive happening for your ball club.
There's Kyle Hess, the senior quarterback, KY, and he's had a terrific season. His coach said, I mean, flat out, he is the best quarterback in the state of Arizona, bar none. And he's had big numbers this year. There you see Jim Ewan looking on. And Chandler needs to get this ball rolling. They're down by 2 touchdowns to their rivals from just down the street. Literally 4 miles, 3.9 to be exact. Arizona Avenue flag down on the play. Harold Bernard runs around the left side, breaks the tackle, loses the football. Hamilton gets the loose football, but will check the flag. Trying to make some extra yardage there. Deion Jordan. Hamilton, they say it is their football. Glenn Love, who got that big interception in the second quarter, comes up with a loose football.
Wow, the fumble on the first possession. We just talked to Coach about what they had to do. Hamilton will decline the penalty.
An illegal shift penalty. Here comes Bernard.
Bernard again, the running with that high style. You see him come up. Looks like he's running over. Boy, looks like someone's foot, might have been Love's foot, hit the ball from behind. Popped it right out. Boy, 4 points of pressure. Hang on that football like it's important.
So Hamilton now with a big break and a chance to really put some distance between them and their rivals, the Wolves of Chandler. 1st and 10. Brad Gruner had a solid first half. And here comes the pressure. Another sack by the big fella, Cameron Jordan. That's 13 on the season. We talked about him at the top. He wants to play defensive end in college. What upside for this young man, 6'4", 255. Wait till he gets in a weight training program.
And you see closing speed on the quarterback. a big play. You see him come right off the edge, the swim move over the top, beat the tackle. Jamison, who's a very fine player in his own right, closes on the quarterback, makes a sack. Boy, that's a big play for Chandler right now. The defense is putting a jam. They've got to rise to the occasion, find a way to keep Hamilton out of the end zone.
I'm going to call Tom Luganville, and Lugie's probably watching the game on the satellite. I think this kid needs to move up the rankings. Talking about Jordan busting it to the outside. Kovan Deboski. Nice play. And he was finally tripped up by George Wells. Wells, an interesting story. You see 23 who made that tackle. He's from Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, what a story.
And his uncle just moved him out here to Arizona. He didn't like where he was growing up. And there you see the young man had not played football since the 7th grade. His uncle moved him out here. A little rusty, but now he's the starting outside linebacker for Chandler, #1 team in the state. Pressure coming in strong is Tony Polak. TP, leading tackler on the team.
And pressure, they got to force something to happen. They attack the line of scrimmage, and it's Polak coming off the left side of the line, putting a hit on Gruner, force him to throw that ball away.
Yeah, Polak wants to be a pilot someday.
That's he got 8 sacks on the season himself.
He's having big time year.
That's putting up some numbers.
So 4th down brings up a rare punting situation. Randy Workman. This ball's going to bound. Where do they mark it? It is a touchback. The official slipped down, and he got up.
That was close.
That was very close, and a nice defensive stop by Chandler. After the turnover, I mean, that's, boy, did they need that.
Boy, that was huge, and for their defense to step up to the plate like that, that's what we talked about. And it was led by Cameron Jordan, getting that sack, putting him in a bad position in terms of down and distance, forcing the punt. That's what they had to have happen. Now can the offense settle down, rally off their defense.
And Hess has gone from the gun the entire evening. He's put up good numbers, not great numbers, but good numbers. Fakes the option, cuts back, wiggles his way forward. Matt Sanford, another tackle, and he just keeps making tackle after tackle. #9 in the middle of that defense for the Huskies.
And Hess has got to do something with his legs. He showed good mobility in the first half. He's got to try and break some big runs. Be a threat for that defense. They become concerned about you. Open up some big plays down the field. I saw him right there on the last formation. Split Deion Jordan wide. Look for them to try to get a ball to the 6'6" tight end playing that wideout spot.
Bring up 2nd down and 6. Nice pass. Good stick on the outside. That's Tanner Chitwood, who lays the lick on Stanley Hughes. Hughes popped right up, though.
And Chitwood and Hamilton sit back in that cover 2 defense. 2 safeties in the middle. The corner squatting on the outside. Comes from the outside and lays a lick on Stanley Hughes. Quarterback can't lay him out that much. You know that quarterback's sitting there. Nice job of Hughes making the catch and hold on to football.
3rd down and 1. Pass for the option. Oh, Steven Jackson slipped down, and it'll bring up a punting situation for Chandler. And a late flag coming in. I think it's a sideline warning against Chandler. So they get their first warning. And the punter is on for Chandler, Patton Updike. Kerry Taylor is deep for Hamilton. Updike. Wait for this snap, taking his time. It was a floater of a snap off the side of his foot, but it takes a nice bounce for Chandler and hits one of their players. So it'll be great field position for Hamilton. Pouncing on it was Glenn Love. Boy, the field position has not been an issue tonight. Jim Ewan 39-yard punt looking on. Things are not going his way. They're undefeated, but in trouble.
That's good. Get me in there.
There's only one place to be on game day. ESPN College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. Saturdays at 10 a.m.
If you stink, it wouldn't matter if you were the last guy on Earth. Try new long-lasting Red Zone Clear Gel from Old Spice, our strongest clear gel ever.
Now you can get in great shape, build muscle, and you can do it fast. All you have to do is dial it up. Turn up the results with the Bowflex Select Tech 552 dumbbells. Now you can dial up the weight you want, anywhere from 5 to 52.5 pounds on one single dumbbell. Now you can get powerful biceps, a sexy core, even chiseled legs in an easy 30-minute workout. Call now to order your Bowflex Select Tech free weight system for no money down and payments as low as $5 a month. Order now, and we'll include this free DVD, Secrets of the 4-Step Rep, that teaches you perfect free weight technique. It's time to turn up your results.
And now, introducing the all-new Select Tech 220. The same innovative design in a smaller, lighter dumbbell. Move from 2.5 to 20 pounds in 2.5-pound increments, all for just $4 a month. Call now.
We've had some fun as you look at Steve Bells, the head coach for Hamilton, as they take over. Their quarterback, Brad Gruner, great play action fake. J.T. Dixon, big gainer for Dixon down to the 38. George Wells brings him down, 20-yard gain.
Good play. You know Chandler's defense going to be pinning their ears back, trying to make something happen. They fake the run to the right, and Gruner keeps the ball out to his left and hits his tight end in the flat, wide open for big yardage on first down.
Yeah, J.T. Dixon, because the double teams Kerry Taylor has faced, the outstanding wide receiver, J.T. has really come on here in the last 4 games. And San Diego State might be where he's headed. That's Kovan DeBoski, just putting his head down and running hard. I've been impressed by the intensity of that young man.
And that time they just toss the ball to the short side of the field. DeBoski takes the pitch and heads downhill. Picks up some good, tough, hard yardage. Almost 5 yards on the play.
And he's got a cramp, it appears. They're working that calf cramp. First they have to decide which calf. They got both legs up there.
When they both cramp up, that's when you're in big trouble.
There's Steve Bells and his outstanding senior quarterback, Brad Gruner, B-Rad G. And Kovan DeBoski hobbles to the sideline. If you've ever had those calf cramps, oh, it's excruciating, especially when they happen in the middle of the night when you're sleeping.
Yeah, you're not asleep anymore, that's for sure.
That's a tough way to wake up, but Kovan will be back in there. And Gruner, a kid, again, as we mentioned, 7th play of his junior year, went down with an ACL. He's back and just putting together some tape for college coaches to see. Took a bad snap, turned it into a first down. Cameron Jordan made the stop.
Yeah, the all-region baseball player playing some shortstop. Fields a snap. Boy, nice presence, doesn't panic, picks it up, heads north and south, and turns a bad play into a positive play for his team.
He's impressed me, that's for sure. There's his numbers so far tonight. 3.8 grade point average. Over 1,500 yards so far this season. 61% completion. There he is, rolling to his left. Has a man on the outside. Who else? Kerry Taylor.
Yeah, run that same kind of play again. Fake the run to the right. roll Gruner out to the left. He had two options. He had J.T. Dixon short in the flat, you'll see, and then he decides to hit Kerry Taylor on the comeback route on the near sideline to where he was rolling out. Nice job of Taylor working back towards the quarterback, and a nice throw by Gruner, delivering the ball and the numbers on the sideline.
Steve Bells was a backup quarterback for Tony Rice on that Notre Dame team. Played a little wide receiver, played on special teams. And boy, he holds Coach Holtz in high esteem, as well as he should. Hadn't talked to him in a while. They win another state title, we might give old Coach Holtz a call. Kovan Daboski back in there after those cramps, 5-yard pickup. And now Hamilton is just doing it up.
Yeah, they're starting to impose their will on that Chandler defense, but they're mixing things up, running inside, quarterback rolling out outside the pocket, mixing the play action pass. I like what they're doing offensively. And it's interesting to see Daboski right there, a little nifty footwork in the line of scrimmage to find the soft spot and the seam to pick up some yardage.
Steve Bells calls timeout. Offense will come over and surround him. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll tell you about Pickle Boy. Pickle Boy?
What?
Great story.
Future President of the United States.
That's right.
In all the world, there are a select few who at their very core are capable of incredible transformation. Under the most grueling conditions, they are shaped, hardened, sharpened, ready to stand among the most elite of all warriors, the few, the proud Marines.
Catch it. Kick it. Drive it. Watch it. Hit it. Win it. From the big leagues to the little leagues. Sports lighting for your field, your community. Musco. We make it happen.
Saturday Night Football on ABC, presented by Southwest Airlines, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, UCLA, Cal, or Virginia Tech, Miami. This Saturday at 8, college football lives here.
Hamilton on the march, the Huskies. Gruner, after the timeout, gives to Daboski. Just keeps those legs pumping. Schaefer Wall, Schaefdog brought him down. The center for Hamilton, there he is, number 53, a junior, Chris Vito. Great student, 4.5 GPA in political science.
4.5? I didn't know that was possible when I was in high school.
Now look, this guy wants to be president of the United States, and imagine him being president his nickname is Pickle Boy, because every day after practice, the coaches have these pickles in their office, in the refrigerator, as coaches do. He goes in every day after practice and steals pickles.
That's why Vito's not cramping. He's been eating the pickles.
Yeah.
The pickle juice, that's the key to not cramping. He's got taking notes from the Philadelphia Eagles.
And they hand off in the backfield again. Tony Sims. He's met by Tony Pollock.
Kyle Benjamin there, too. Filling up the middle. Those guys, that Chandler defense fired up, trying to make a stand here. Good job penetrating the line of scrimmage and hitting Sims before he could reach the line of scrimmage in his own backfield.
Old TP, leading tackler on this team. All-conference second team as a junior. And Pickle Boy did a nice job. That wasn't his fault. And the field goal attempt. From 29 yards, it's a low one, but it's good. Brent Blaylock, now 7 of 12 on the season. 24-7 Hamilton. Wasn't a pretty kick, but it made it through, and Hamilton is pouring it on right now.
Saturday, ESPNU brings you a full day of college football that you just can't miss.
Wide open touchdown, Michigan.
And At noon, quarterback Chad Henne and the undefeated #2 Wolverines look to stay in the national title hunt against Ball State.
Johnson inside the 40. He might be gone.
Then at 7, the explosive tandem of Reggie Ball and Calvin Johnson lead #20 Georgia Tech against NC State. The action begins Saturday at noon, exclusively on ESPNU. College football lives here.
Now, from Avacor Hair Regrowth, there's today's Avacor with Boost that gives you visibly thicker hair with the first application. With today's Avacor, you get twice the benefits.
Thinning hair results from toxic degeneration of the hair follicle. Avacor targets the hair follicle to reverse hair loss, improve blood flow, and stimulate new hair growth.
But don't just take our word for it.
I decided to fight back. I tried Avacor because they give a money-back guarantee. In just 3 months, my hair came back. I was amazed.
Well, I'm 72 years old, and I can tell you honestly, I have a fuller, healthier head of hair now than I did when I was 18 years old. Avacor really worked.
And remember, Avacor Boost will improve your hair's appearance the day you receive your order.
Call now and find out how you can get 3 months of Avacor free with your order. Call 800-347-1444. That's 800-347-1444. 800-347-1444.
And while we were away, they waved off the field goal. The referee came in and waved off the official, so it's 21-7. There's Steve Jordan, the father of Cameron, who we've been talking about. Steve played with the Minnesota Vikings and was much bigger in his playing days. He's lost a lot of weight. Looks terrific, by the way. And he is a volunteer assistant coach for Chandler High School. Went to Brown University and really was a sure-handed receiver.
He was a great player in his time. Boy, he looks like he could still play today.
Lost a little weight. There's his son, and his dad is really handling the recruiting aspect of things for his son. There's a nice pass from Kyle Hess to Deion Jordan, and a first down for the Wolves of Chandler. You know, Dave, that last field goal, both of the officials underneath the uprights signaled good. From our vantage point, it looked like it was good, but the referee came in and waved them both off. I've never seen that.
Yeah, boy, those guys underneath the goalpost took their time making their signal, and it was the wrong one. But nice throw there by Kyle Hess, threading the needle to Deion Jordan. Let's see if this Chandler offense can hold up their end of the bargain. The defense has come out strong in the second half.
Just shy of the first down. I thought he had it. Hess with the fake, working his way to the outside, and he gets the first down. That was Jarrell Robinson who tackled him out of bounds, really wrapped him up. We're live in Chandler, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix for tonight's Old Spice High School Showcase presented by Nike. It's Austin Field. There's Steve Bells, the head coach of Hamilton, the powerhouse program here. They're wearing their white jerseys. Jim Ewan is the head coach of Chandler. The undefeated Wolves are 9-0. And a personal foul against Hamilton moves it up 15 yards.
I tell you what, that'll get head coach Steve Bells fired up. Look, we're up 21-7. We just missed a field goal. We punted on first possession of the second half. We've got these guys. We can find a way to put them away. Now you give them good field position by making really a dumb mistake.
Kyle Hess. The senior perfect. Oh, he goes down. Wow. He got ripped down. Matt Sanford charged through there, the middle linebacker, and just pulled him down.
Boy, Chandler trying to take a shot downfield. You see Hess fake the handoff, and that fake did nothing to Matt Sanford. And we'll take a look at this personal foul on the last play as Hess scrambling for the first down. Picks it up, and I guess boy, it looks like maybe he was taught. Maybe the referee heard something. But certainly you don't want personal foul and cost your team.
2nd and 21. Hess on the rollout. Good time. Oh, dangerous pass that almost was picked off by Jarrell Robinson. Brings up 3rd down. You know, Chandler got a break with the field goal. The overrule.
And you see Kyle Hess, he's late in that football. And Robinson sitting there waiting to the safety position, watching his eyes, sees the receiver in front of him, makes a break on the football.
And another personal foul penalty, roughing the passer now on Hamilton.
Well, that's 2 big penalties in a row. And that's an automatic first down after the incomplete. And Chris Shand,
the creature
coming in, trying to block the pass, lands down and gives him that little forearm. The official didn't like that. Automatic first down for Chandler.
So that's 30 yards and penalties.
Yeah, find themselves in positive territory now. Let's see if they take advantage of it.
1st and 10 from the 45. They were in trouble. That would have been 3rd down and 21. Stanley Hughes, first down for Chandler. Hughes is senior. Quinn Evans on the stop. Hughes goes by Steezy.
Steezy. You guys got some great nicknames.
His second grab tonight.
Kids these days, everyone's got a nickname. I don't remember this many nicknames when I was in school.
Even the coaches in the program, they all had nicknames. 1st and 10. The ball is just inside the 35. Time ticking away, 3rd quarter. Harold Bernard. He's tripped up. Elliot Harper. Another one of those outstanding juniors. Boy, the future looks really good for both of these programs. As you look at Steve Bells in his first year. Bells took over for John Wren, who went to Arizona State and is the running backs coach there. Bells inherited a heck of a program.
Yeah, he has.
Did you see the dancers there? What kind of get-ups were those?
Oh, they're fired up, faces painted. Everyone's excited for the big game.
2nd down and 7. Pass flushed out. Dangerous pass. In and out of the hands of Dion Jordan. We've talked about Steve Bells, the head coach at Hamilton. And now Chandler, you see, established in 1998. Chandler built in 1917. Huge schools, each over 3,000. And keep in mind, I mean, 3.9 miles apart, Dave, that's over 6,000 students.
That is amazing to tell you how much this area has grown. And I think Hamilton has like 450 classrooms. It is a state-of-the-art high school. But I tell you what, Chandler, they've done a great job remodeling this school, put a lot of money into it, and what a beautiful campus.
3rd down and 7, biggest play of the game for Chandler. They need to keep this drive alive. They've gotten a couple of breaks here with penalties. And that ball too high for Dion Jordan, 6'6". Great basketball player, high jumper, jumped up, stretched up, and still couldn't bring it in. Now go for it on 4th down.
And that's just great defense by Hamilton. Chandler had 2 wide receivers in the area, Byron Warren and Dion Jordan, and 3 white shirts all around him. Hess was just trying to take a shot, put the ball high, hoping his guy was the only guy that had a chance to make a catch on, make a play on the ball.
Jim Ewan looking on, signaled in the play. Kyle Hess now get things set from the shotgun. The 9-0 undefeated Wolves on 4th down. He'll keep it himself. Cuts back, tripped up. It depends where the mark is.
I think he's going to be a little short. Boy, he got tripped up.
Corey Boxberger tripped him up.
And confidence in your quarterback there. Quarterback draw, 3rd and long, 4th and long.
No measurement. He stopped short. There's Boxberger on the stop. The lacrosse talent made a nice play. So Hamilton with a big defensive stop.
See Hess, he gets the lead blocker, doesn't fall. Steven Jackson takes it off to the right, gets tripped up. Boxberger makes the play.
1st and 10. Big Cameron Jordan wraps up Brad Gruner. I tell you, David, I'm impressed by Jordan. And I know Tom and his ESPN 150, they rank all the players. They need to get some tape on this kid because he is the real deal.
Yeah, and
great
you
upside.
have a chance to call these games week in and week out. And we'll see him right here. You see his ability to make the play on the running back inside, dip outside, make the play on the quarterback. And that's a big, athletic young man, and he's not he's a chip off the old block is what he is. His father was a heck of a player for a long time.
He was. A sure-handed tight end, good target. Setting up the screen. Nobody there. They knew that was coming.
Yeah, Gruner had defensive linemen all over him. Chandler's defense sees the screen coming and make the play.
There's Cameron Jordan, throws the discus in the shot put. Wants to be a physical therapist. We told you about his dad. Right now he's deciding what college he wants to go to. Coaches say that he's leaning to going out of state. He's an Arizona kid, and he kind of wants to move out of state. His dad's helping him decide.
Well, he's going to have plenty of choice because he's a heck of an athlete. If you throw the shot discus, that means you're a very strong athlete, dynamic, explosive, and it sure translates well to football.
And he was the state champion in the discus throw, by the way. Gruner throws it up for grabs, and that was in and out of the hands of Kerry Taylor. Bryce Lamb on the coverage out there, along with Mark Anthony.
And did you see the catch on the sidelines? Whoever that guy was made a heck of a one-handed catch. He wasn't scared. He didn't fear for his life with the players coming towards him.
And
got penalty.
Holding against Hamilton. They'll decline this penalty and bring up the punt.
Well, I'll tell you what, so far, you know what? This Chandler defense has come out smoking in the second half. Hamilton's punted on their first possession, missed the field goal as the defense held strong. And here it is. Look at Cameron. You see him engage the guy, turn his shoulders, and keep his legs moving forward and really get in the way of Gruner's ability to throw the football.
That was Pickle Boy, Chris Vito. Really wrapped up Jordan. Brian Warren fielded the punt, and then Glenn Love, G-Love, was right there. And a late flag coming in, and the player caught it. They rifled that flag in there, and Kovan Daboski just grabbed it with his left hand. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was another good catch.
Yeah. We'll check the call. Another personal foul penalty against Hamilton after the punt and the tackle. Steve Bells is frustrated even though his team is still up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, I tell you what, if you're Chandler right now, you got to be inspired the way your defense has played. We'll see if we can catch that penalty.
There's the late hit right there.
Dixon late hit. Call for the personal foul.
46-yard line. You look at the penalties. Hamilton 3 for 45, all in the last couple of minutes. Hess with time. Has a man. First grab for Dion Jordan. They tried to get it to him, and the big man finally got open. Matt Sanford on the tackle, but now before a first down for Chandler, and now the crowd getting back into it.
Yeah, and you'll see Hess. I'll tell you what, he's in the pocket. Feet are getting a little antsy. Doesn't see anything uncovered downfield. Uses his legs to buy some time. The defensive back comes off the coverage because he's a threat as a runner. And he's able to find Dion Jordan along the sideline. Good job of Dion coming back towards quarterback, helping him out when he's scrambling.
Again, Hess is a young man, very smart, and may wind up at the Colorado School of Mines.
They got a good little football program up there in Golden as well.
Could play football there. Excellent student. Fires it on the outside. Archie Woolard, who'll be the quarterback next season. On the grab, Chris Shan, the tackle.
Boy, I like the way Kyle Hess stood up and delivered that ball with some conviction to Woolard. 6'3", 170-pound junior, like you said. Guy they think is going to be their starting quarterback next year. Heck of an athlete.
Hess has a helmet full of paw stickers given for outstanding plays. There's Woolard now hustling to the outside. He also is an outstanding basketball player. He'll be the QB next season. Coming around to Brian Warren, breaking a tackle. Bouncing forward, old Fat Daddy. Matt Sanford, another tackle. Man, Matt Sanford, how many tackles does he have tonight? At least 15 tackles so far.
Yeah, it's Corey Boxberger really keeping that play from busting wide open. Held his contain. Forced the running back up inside. But Warren's still able to pick up some good yardage. 3rd and short. They've got to find a way to convert their 3rd downs as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Well, it's 4 fingers in the air. Everybody's holding them up. Whose game is it right now? It's the Huskies, who own a 2-touchdown advantage.
From the fields of glory where Saturday afternoon legends are born, to the pageantry and passion, it's time for college football. Now you can bring that passion and pride home with Fathead. So put away that foam finger and slap up a Fathead. With schools from all the big-time college football powerhouses, Fathead wall graphics are classic collectibles made for only real fans. It's easy to put up. Just peel and place in any home or office. Fathead can take a hit. Printed on strong, durable vinyl, Fathead is the only wall graphic that actually lets you move it over and over again all season long.
Looks like this little fella's ready.
So big and real, you can't find them in a store. There's only one place to get them, fathead.com. Officially licensed by the Collegiate Licensing Company, NASCAR, the NBA, the NFL, and Players Inc. Fathead.com is where you can also find all your favorite players and teams. Call or go online at fathead.com today. Check out our special season pricing and be the ultimate fan of your team. Fathead. Go big. Real big.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Don't delay. Call 800-630-0307.
It's a night for Gatorade, especially as we enter the fourth quarter. And I tell you what, Chandler is just, they have a thirst for a victory. They've never beaten Hamilton 0-7.
Well, if you want it, you got to take advantage of it. Here's an opportunity right now.
And Hess, the quarterback, on third and short, keeps it himself, gets the first down. Start of the fourth quarter looking promising for Chandler. Need to point out that young man, Joe Jackson, who played at Hamilton last season in a freak accident in football practice. Left him in a wheelchair. He suffered a spinal injury. Young man who comes to all the games. His dad is a huge part of his life, and they formed a foundation. In fact, earlier in the game, we told you about Alex Arndt, a young man from Chandler who has leukemia, and they formed the ChandlerEdFoundation.org, ChandlerEdFoundation.org. And you can go on and donate for all the causes. But the Joe Jackson is starting his own foundation as well, he and his dad. There's a handoff to Steven Jackson. Gets down to the 5-yard line. Glenn Love on the trip up for Hamilton. But now the crowd, you sense they're getting back into it. The momentum is now shifted back to the Wolves.
Yeah, a little bit of a shift, and it's been inspired by the play of the Chandler offense right now. And Steven Jackson's been a big part of that. Kyle Hess as well, and also their defense, I think, is really what got this thing started in the second half by holding Hamilton a punt on their first possession, missed a field goal on their second, another punt. So defense has stepped up. Now the offense is rallying off it.
Joe Jackson down there right on the goal line for Hamilton, watching from his wheelchair on the goal line on first and goal. Handoff up the middle. It's a touchdown. Brian Warren, Fat Daddy, goes in almost untouched. The extra point will pull him within 7. And we just started the fourth quarter. The people in front of our press box, man, they are hugging. They are high-fiving. They are pumped up. Our press box is shaking a little bit, Dave.
One-score game. Got to make this extra point.
They just reached in our press box, wanted to give us a high five.
Yeah, they're fired up. Went from part of the student section, parents and students all up in here.
Here's the extra point. Sam White been pretty good at that this season. And we'll wait to get there. It is. Okay, that is good because we got
that's a little more convincing.
We got the signal on the field goal, and they changed their mind later.
And you see Warren just take the straight dive right up the middle off that read option. Inside the defensive end, no one there to stop him.
There's Brian Warren, who's starting in place of Brandon Trowbridge, their outstanding tailback, who's out with a high ankle sprain. An old Fat Daddy, a wrestler and a track guy. He's doing it up tonight.
Yeah, he's put together. So this is a 180, but I tell you what, he looks a little bigger than that. Certainly does. Plays bigger.
That's his 6th touchdown of the season. Jim Ewan picking up the pace. Somebody took his backpack so the coach can be a little more mobile on the sidelines. Yeah. Sam White will kick off. And again, Tony Sims is back there along with Dabowski. It's Dabowski fielding it at the 6, looking for that wedge. And he gets brought down. A flag comes in. We'll check the flag. James Capuccio on the stop. And there was no flag, or did they pick it up? We haven't gotten a signal yet. All right, so they waved off the flag, no flag. Chandler, the old-time school, has never beaten Hamilton, which was the big brand spanking new high school. A lot of the kids transferred there many years ago. To the outside, looking for Kerry Taylor. But coming up to make the stop is Mark Anthony on the outside. Here's Anthony. They picked on him, but he's a tough kid.
Yeah, they try to throw the hitch. They throw the hitch route outside, and Mark Anthony rallies to the receiver, makes the tackle for a short gain. See if the defense can continue picking up the pace and rallying their team.
2nd down and 6. Keeping it on the ground. Tony Sims busting into the outside, and he gets rustled out of bounds, and there's a flag. Mark Anthony again. Might have grabbed him up around the face mask. Flag came in just as he was thrown out of bounds. There's the grab of the face mask.
And too bad, because Mark Anthony making a great hustle play on Tony Sims. Tony Sims trying to use his speed, get to the sideline. You'll see right there, Mark Anthony coming up, just grabs that face mask. He had the shoulder pads and jersey. Boy, that's unfortunate, because he was hustling to make a play.
That's a 15-yard face mask, so puts it up to the 48-yard line. Bruner, the big, tall quarterback, bending over center Chris Vito. Pickle boy, we told you about that hilarious story. There's the option to the outside to Tony Sims. T. Sims still going, but they blew the whistle. Clock keeps ticking now under 10 minutes.
Nice job by the Chandler defense playing that option all the way down the line of scrimmage. And again, Mark Anthony being physical out on the perimeter, refusing to give ground, trying to make up for that penalty.
There you look at Mark Anthony. His favorite player is Champ Bailey.
That's a good player to look up to right there. I get the privilege of watching him week in and week out for the Denver Broncos. He's as good as there is.
There's the shuttle pass, goes incomplete. I love the shuttle pass. Really is a safe play.
Yeah, that shovel pass, it'll takes advantage of those defensive ends coming upfield, try to sneak the running back underneath. And the good thing about it is it's a forward pass, even though it's flipped sideways. So if there's a problem with the exchange and you can't make the catch, it's an incomplete pass.
So this is 3rd down and 7. And for Chandler, who just scored that touchdown, if they can stop him here, they definitely have the big mo.
Defense got to step up. The crowd's fired up.
Steve Bell's looking on. I don't care what level you're on. Momentum is huge, and Chandler has it. Here comes the pressure. Bruner fires to the outside and gets his favorite receiver, Kerry Taylor, for a 1st down. Bruner got belted just as he let that one loose.
Wow, what a catch. 3rd down, Brad Bruner stepping up in the pocket. Chandler brings pressure. They blitz the linebackers. He knows he's going to take a shot. He stands and delivers that football to Kerry Taylor. Boy, what a prospect Taylor is. And you see Bruner just stepping up, delivering that football on a rope to the outside shoulder. And what a catch by Kerry Taylor.
8 catches now for Taylor, 103 yards. The pitch back to Tony Sims. Runs to a bunch of blue jerseys. There's Kyle Benjamin. Old Benji in there, number 66.
Old Benji boy.
Uh-huh.
I tell you what, I don't know if there's a bigger third down conversion in this game than the one Gruner and Taylor just converted. Boy, the momentum had been shifted in Chandler's favor. The defense been playing well. It looked like they were going to hold him again. Gruner, the quarterback, steps up on third down, which all great quarterbacks do, and delivers for his football team.
There's Benjamin, the senior. Boy, is he thirsty for a win. Never beaten these guys from Hamilton.
He can taste it. Within 7 points. They got to keep moving.
Second down and 5. The pitch back to Dubofsky. And coming up, Anthony had the tackle. And they finally bring him down. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up again another one of those third downs. You know, as the story goes, Hamilton, Chandler is a beautiful high school, but it was built back in the 1920s. And when Hamilton built his brand spanking huge modernistic high school, a lot of the athletes
flooded over.
I mean, why not? They have a beautiful gymnasium, great weight facility. Let's go. Now Chandler has improved their facilities, kind of caught up, so a lot of these players are coming back.
Yeah, in Arizona, you have the open enrollment state.
And the blitz, Bruno on the outside. That ball bounced incomplete, looking for Trey Peacock, but a flag down. That was Mikhail Barton on the coverage. And if it goes the defensive way, it's going to be killer.
That one hurts.
And it was defensive pass interference on Mikhail Barton. And they had him on third down, stopped, and the big penalty. Barton, can't believe it.
Boy, that one hurts. That one hurts. Jim Ewan just, you see it right here. See the ball underthrown.
Oh, tough call.
Yeah, that's getting pretty touchy. There was a little grab of the jersey, maybe. But Barton sure felt he got chipped and let go.
So it's 1st and 10 and a timeout now for Hamilton as they come up. There you see the penalties. Both teams 3 for 45, and they have been big penalties. The Chandler Wolves trying to get a defensive stop. Hamilton wants to put them away.
There's only one place to be on game day. ESPN College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. Saturdays at 10 a.m.
Can anyone tell me what happened to Napoleon when he tried to invade Russia? Brian?
Hey, Ryan.
Somebody's going to get their first loss here tonight. It's not going to be us, is it? No, sir! Take a knee.
We can take him.
It's all you, Ryan.
Got 22 wide cross. Be open, Ryan. Gotcha.
Fourth down, last chance for the Hawks.
Blue 80. Eye the ball, Ryan. Green in, try to go. Come on, Ryan.
ESPNU's presentation of the Old Spice High School Showcase is presented by NikeGridiron.com. Football is everything. And in part by Old Spice. Smell great. And the United States Marine Corps. The few, the proud, the Marines. We're in Chandler, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix. Steve Bells, the first-year head coach at Hamilton. Jim Ewan, the head coach of Chandler. This drive started on the 28. Hamilton trying to put them away. Chandler trying for a stop to get the ball back. The reverse. Tony Sims cutting back. Boy, I thought he had a lane to the outside. Mark Anthony comes up with a stop.
See what the flag was. Boy, Chandler's defense shifted over with the motion. They run the reverse back the other way.
And holding against Hamilton will send them backwards.
Boy, big break for Chandler right there. Mark Anthony doing a great job of staying at home. Disciplined defense, fighting off the blocker, playing outside leverage, and getting in on that tackle. You're going to see it. Everybody on the defense follows the quarterback. They pitch the reverse back to Sims, and look at Anthony play outside leverage and come in and make that tackle with a little help from his compadre, Tony Pollard.
Boy, I thought he had a lane to the outside if he'd have shifted into 5th gear, but he cut it back. It's 1st and 20, and another flag down. This will send him back 5 more. Wow. This is also stopping the clock, so these are huge penalties.
The clock, putting Hamilton in a tough down and distance. That's the 4th penalty on this drive.
2 on both teams.
2 and 2.
It's almost as if they're kind of evening out. The pass interference penalty was a little touchy out there.
That was a little close. Little suspect.
Hey, this is fun. Over 9,000 here tonight at Austin Field. They proclaim it as the best field in the state of Arizona. And it's fun. Great turf, great atmosphere.
There's certainly 2 of the best teams.
Oh, yeah. Duck Bell, David Diaz, Infante, Dave of Denver Broncos fame. Calls those Broncos games now on Sundays. But you remember when you played high school football, huh?
Oh, I loved it. We were state champs in California.
And
13-0.
Kerry Taylor to the outside, breaks a tackle. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Pollock from behind. That was a big, boy, what a nice move by Taylor, whose dad, Keith, played in the National Football League. This young man has committed to Arizona State.
Yeah, watch Kerry Taylor here. Boy, his skills after he catches the ball are remarkable. Oh, what a block by his fellow receiver coming out. Now that's Tabosky. What a block laying out the corner. That makes it easy for anyone to run, especially a guy like Kerry Taylor.
2nd down and 10. They got back to the line of scrimmage. Bruner going for Peacock, who catches it at the 6. Trey Peacock.
Boy, Gruner had his choice right there. It was either Peacock over the middle, but he also had Kerry Taylor, who just runs a great route on the outside, wide open along the sideline. Gruner able to take his pick. You see him sprint right. He's got protection, time to throw. Boy, throws well on the run, takes a hit from Lucas Milage. And you see him right here. See Peacock just turn around and body the safety out of the way. He also had Taylor on the sideline as well. Wow.
Here's Peacock. He's wide right, Taylor wide left. I mean, that's a great tandem. Tabosky, he gets wrestled down. Coming up is Lucas Milage, a young man who the coaches said was a real underachiever. I mean, he's a great kid. And they really expected so much of him because at 6'1", 210, he's fast, he was quick. He thought about quitting football, came back his senior year, and he's had a heck of a year, Lucas Milage.
Yeah, 49 tackles on the year. Likes working on cars and making electrical things, huh?
Sure does. His dad does that too. Spends a lot of time in the shop when he's not playing football.
Hey, you know what? Play as long as you can, because you don't get to play very long no matter who you are.
It's a touchdown to Kerry Taylor. He beat Mikael Barton, spun him around, and he was wide open.
Wide open on the left side of the end zone. And Brad Gruner does what a good quarterback does, puts enough air on the ball to give Taylor a chance to make a play on it. Looked it in for the 10-yard touchdown.
He's their best weapon, no question. Jim Mullen looking at that clock. Only 5:13 remaining. They'll need to score quickly and then make something happen, either on special teams or defensively.
Boy, they were so close so many times on third down of stopping this drive of Hamilton's.
Brent Blaylock. It's good, and again, we're waiting for that signal because they crossed us up before with a good signal. Kerry Taylor was limping a little bit on the sidelines. Again, it's Gruner with a pump fake. Spun the defensive back around, and Kerry Taylor cashes in.
Friday. It's casual day, so hopefully you're taking full advantage. It's also the 5th day of a 7-day week. 7 + 5 = 12, which of course is the retired number of Jim Kelly and Joe Namath. It also happens to be Heinz Ward's favorite movie. And if that's not enough, there's only 3 days till Randy Moss versus Deion Branch on ESPN Monday Night Football. 3 days till the Raiders rumble with the Seahawks at 8:30. TGIAM, people. Thank God it's almost Monday.
The new Range Rover for 2007, designed for the extraordinary.
Floating down that river, boy, all my worries far behind. Yesterday, slowly fading, I've been waiting now forever for this ride.
J.J. Cale and Eric Clapton, The Road to Escondido, featuring Ride the River, coming November 7th.
It's the Old Spice High School Showcase presented by Nike. Hamilton leads Chandler 28-14. Steve Bell's the head coach of the Huskies. Hasn't cracked a smile yet, wearing that Notre Dame National Championship ring on his right hand. Only pulls it out for the Chandler game and in the state championship.
It tells you how big this Chandler game is. Ranks right up there with the state championship game.
There's the pooch kick, and the fair catch called for at the 28. Saturday night college football in ESPNU continues with 2 games in prime time. First at 7 o'clock Eastern is Georgia Tech, NC State. 10 Eastern, the Howard Bison take on South Carolina State, the Bulldogs and the MEAC. College football prime time presented by City on ESPNU Saturday night. It has been fun, our Old Spice High School Showcase. I can't tell you, Dave, how much fun it's been traveling all across the country. It all started in New Jersey, Don Bosco High School against St. Joseph's. A couple all-Catholic boys' schools who played a terrific game. Matt Sims, the son of Phil Sims, put on a nice show with his dad in attendance. Over the middle, through the hands of Dion Jordan. Jarrell Robinson on the coverage. You know, we've been all over a couple inner-city schools in Washington, D.C., Coolidge and Dunbar.
De La Salle out in California. I got to call that game.
Number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
We were in Hoover the week before when they, the team that was on MTV and in all the publications, right? They got beat by John Curtis. And so we went out and saw De La Salle do it up against a nice school from Los Angeles. Mission Viejo, Diablos.
Right, yeah.
Second down. Hess fires it up, coming back. Nice job by Archie Woolard. Great play down to the 39. Glenn Love. That was a 29-yard play, and believe me, that ball was underthrown. Woolard did a great job coming back for it, helping his quarterback out.
They tried to get Woolard on the wheel route, the out and up. He turned up, had the DB beat. Hess throws that ball up for grabs, and Woolard does a great job coming back to the football, then turning upfield and picking up yards after the catch.
1st and 10. Ball's on the 44. Kyle Hess flushed out flag down. Runs it out of bounds. And it's holding against Chandler.
That'll happen sometime.
Yeah.
Quarterback starts running away. You don't know where he's going. The offensive lineman, you wonder why your defensive lineman takes off in a different direction. You try to give him an extra little tug. I was known to do that every once in a while.
I think they grabbed Cameron Jordan as Hess was scrambling around. Jordan was trying to help him out. 10-yard penalty. He'll take it back. Last week in Fort Myers, Florida, we saw Noel Devine, who could be the best running back prospect in the country. He was pretty special, Dave. I tell you what.
How do you compare him to a guy like Steven Jackson? Steven Jackson's got some pretty good skills.
Yeah.
Or is
This kid.
Devine take it to the next level?
Yeah, you have to see him in person. He's special. He's got that uncanny ability to make people miss initially.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know, he may only gain 2 yards, but what he does keeps it from a 3-yard loss. It's really special. There it is. Noel Devine, according to the ESPN 150, is number 3 now. Mark Tyler and Chris Gallipo are 1 and 2, and Jimmy Clausen is 4. Of course, they all play together. Joe McKnight is the wide receiver from John Curtis in New Orleans, who Notre Dame, some say he could be headed to Notre Dame, who knows. Michael McNeil is the young man from my state of Alabama who's yet to decide. And that could be an Alabama-Auburn situation. There's a busted play to the outside, finds his man, Harold Bernard. Getting some of the yardage back on first down. Tanner Chitwood ran him out of bounds. Chitwood playing in place of Zach Moore. Zach had an appendectomy on Tuesday, normally the starting outside linebacker for the Huskies. Kyle Hess, there's his numbers, modest numbers tonight. The interception was absolutely killer in the second quarter.
Yeah, just kind of threw the ball a little high and behind Deion Jordan, put his hand up, trying to make the catch, tipped the ball up. Glenn Love was able to make that interception right before the half.
Hess with time. Boy, Jordan got a nice lick in there. Found Steven Jackson. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Chipping away at the yardage.
They need to score very quickly here.
The clock's starting to tick down. Under 5 minutes left in this ball game. 28-14. Hamilton with the lead.
And it's offensive pass interference. That hurts. Jim Hewlin never changes expressions. He'd be a good poker player, huh?
A little Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
Boy, you could tell how much they wanted this game. Find yourself undefeated. Get to play your rival that you've never beat before. You got home field. Friday night. Feel good about your team. You've beaten up just about everybody you played.
0-7 all-time against Hamilton, and he told me tonight before the game, he said, listen, 2 years ago I thought we had a team that could beat him, and things just went haywire. We lost 35-0. He really felt tonight was the best opportunity his team had. Felt they really matched up, and offensively, defensively up front, thought he had the better offensive and defensive lines. And they are likely to meet in the third round of the playoffs. And talking to the people here in Arizona this week, they're likely to meet in the semifinals in a rematch. That's being flushed out, and he gets brought down from behind by Corey Boxberger. The lacrosse player drug him down from behind.
Tell you what, Boxberger's got a motor. He's got some foot quickness. Nice little pass rush move on Joe Gomez. And he doesn't stop in his pursuit of the quarterback. That's what you call want-to right there. That's hustle. That's the motor they talk about. Look at him, not giving up on the play, chasing down the quarterback from behind, getting sacked.
Now Boxberger, good sign. Third down. Hess. He's in big time trouble. And Boxberger runs him out of bounds. Boy, Boxberger has been hustling all over the place tonight.
Saw him right there working hard again. He's covered quite a distance the last couple plays.
And it'll bring up 4th down and 37. And they're going to have to go for it, I think. I almost would punt. Hope for a botch punt of some sort. Because this is going to be tough. 4th and 37.
We got the old hook and ladder.
Here they come.
Pull something out of your sleeve right here. Maybe that'll give one of your tall wide receivers, give Dion Jordan a chance to run down the field. The only problem is he matches up so Hamilton's safeties, both at 6'3", 6'4", match up so well against Dion Jordan.
And they're playing a deep center field, throwing it up down the middle, going for his big man, Jordan. And I think Jordan had a little space there.
Had some room running up the hash mark. He turned his head inside. Kyle Hess threw the ball outside. Jordan couldn't make the adjustment while the ball was in the air. And he's fired up. He wanted an opportunity to make a play for his team. In situations like that, you see Dion Jordan come up. He looked outside, then he looked inside. The quarterback threw the ball outside. Key there is give your player a chance to make a play on the football.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 29 with 3:08 to play. And Steve Bells and the Huskies all smiles on their sidelines. They're about to close out Chandler one more time. Left tackle moves.
They got a chance to end it right here.
Offensive line for Hamilton. We told you about Vito, but and Pat Jamison, their right tackle, is a junior, a big-time prospect. Steve Bells told us everybody is already recruiting 76 for the future. 6'5", 285 on the right side. He's done a nice job along with Kylan Reeser, the right guard. Jason Meyer, the left guard. Let's give the guys up front credit, Dave. I mean,
that's right.
They don't get a lot of credit.
Even my
DeBoski running behind the right side. Covering up the ball with 2 hands. Brad Gruner has had a huge night, and he is our Old Spice player of the game. Why not? Look at those hands, Dave.
Yeah, see those hands. You see him not panic under the situation, turn a bad play into a positive play. Then you see him throw the slant to Peacock, his big wide receiver, outside for a touchdown, and throw the ball up to Kerry Taylor, wide open for another touchdown. And you look at Gruner's numbers, 17 to 28, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, congrats, our Old Spice player of the game, Brad Gruner. And he joins a long list of outstanding players we've seen this season. And he gets close to another 1st down. You know, Gruner's a kid who wants to play on the next level, Dave.
I like what I've seen of him. You know, they talk about being a good all-round athlete, and maybe not a lot of experience in terms of games started at the high school level, but certainly we've seen his maturity here tonight, his athletic ability, his arm strength, accuracy, leadership. I really like what I've seen from the kid. I think someone would do themselves justice by taking a closer look at this kid, and I think he can play somewhere.
Blew out his knee, 7th play of his junior year, 2nd possession of the season. Set out all of last year. And as you know, that's when the recruiting process really starts, even earlier than that. But as a junior, it's a big year. And so they didn't see him play. And so he really fell off the radar screen.
And that's why Coach talked about him being a late bloomer and a late recruit. He really thinks once people stop back through and see his progression as a player through his senior year and some of the skill set he has displayed, he's sure someone's going to jump all over and recruit him.
Steve Bells looking on. Got a little hairy there when Chandler cut it to 7, had the big mo, but his team behind Gruner in that offensive line just calmly marched down the field.
Yeah, I tell you, I think there were a couple big plays. I think the last possession of Chandler for the 2nd half, when Love makes the interception, when it looked like Chandler's going in to score, would have tied the game up 14-14. And then Hamilton's able to take it down and score right before the half to go up 21-7. And then that 3rd down conversion where Taylor's able to score the touchdown eventually, go up 28-7. I think those are 2 damaging things, and it's really Gruner converting on 3rd down. on some tough situations, but he proved to be tougher.
And again, these two teams, barring an upset in the playoffs, will meet in the semifinals to decide who goes to the state championship.
I tell you, I'm impressed with quality football here in Arizona. These are two fine football teams. Got some quality athletes, some depth.
And more than likely, that game will be played at Hamilton. There's the first down. Matt Sanford, who's been so dominant on defense, in there carrying the football. His first carry of the night goes for a first down. And there's a big smile on Sanford's face. We've done it again, he says. We've beaten these rascals one more time.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm talking to Mark Tucker, one of the line coaches for Hamilton, and he goes, boy, I tell you what, you know, I know we haven't lost these guys yet, but every time I think it's going to be a close game, we manage to come out and they really beat them badly in their last 7 matchups. This year a little bit closer, and I think they realize they match up pretty well. It's a matter of managing the game, limiting your mistakes, and then who has the ability to take advantage of those opportunities and turn those things into touchdowns and scores.
Sanford on that last carry as well. There you see Mark Anthony, and they were really picking on him early, but the young man has hung in there, and he really has played his heart out. You see, he looks totally exhausted. He's spent.
Well, these guys have played their hearts out, laid it on the line. That's what it's all about. Some people never get that opportunity, and they can't understand it. It's important, it matters, and it feels good when you win, and it hurts when you lose.
Dubosky back in there. Race into the goal line, and he scores. Kovan Dubosky. And there's the Gatorade bath. Steve Bells, that was icy. That was cold.
That score will be remembered. Believe me, by Chandler when they meet again.
They could have gone down to 1 knee. You're right.
Yeah, they could have. That believe me, that'll be remembered. But Jim Ewan and the Chandler Wolves.
Blaylock on for the extra point. Making it 35-14, a game that really was closer than the final score. It was going to indicate. People around the state will check the paper and see that score, and they'll say, wow, Hamilton really blew them out, but it really wasn't that. That was not the case. There it is, tacking on one more against their rivals. Dubosky races to the end zone, and the celebration ensues. Look out, Coach, here it comes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Oh, and my parents are coming too.
Introducing Red Zone Deep Cleansing Body Wash. The active formula with microbeads. Cleans deep, down to the pore.
I thought you said he was a fan.
Old Spice Deep Cleansing Body Wash. Nothing cleans deeper.
In all the world, there are a select few who at their very core are capable of incredible transformation. Under the most grueling conditions, they are shaped, hardened, sharpened, ready to stand among the most elite of all warriors. The few, the proud Marines.
Love taking pictures? Ever wonder if you could have your pictures published or win prizes? We can help. We're the New York Institute of Photography, America's oldest photography school. Our unique multimedia home study course will teach you the art and business of photography in your spare time. It's easy, fun, and affordable. Whether you just want to take better pictures or want a new career, NYI can make you a better photographer.
For a free catalog, call 1-800-652-0101.
A lot of hugs going around. Steve Bells and his staff celebrating his first win over Chandler, by the way. This is his first year, but it's the 8th in a row.
There's my guy Mark Tucker right there, my former teammate, former American Gladiator. Played at USC, a little bit in the NFL, played the World League together, and just played a long time in the Arena Football League for the Rattlers here in town. Just retired at the age of 38. He's an old war dog is what he is. Now he's coaching at Hamilton in the fall. And he's going to start coaching for the Rattlers in the spring.
Here's the pooch kick, and Hamilton gets it. It's the onside kick, the unintentional onside kick. And we told you about David Diaz-Infante, an interesting resume for my partner. It all started at San Jose State, and he is a Hall of Famer at San Jose State, by the way. And then, Dave, what a journey you had through the NFL, the World League, the CFL. Won a couple of Super Bowls with the Broncos, the XFL. I mean, what a career you've had, my man.
Kind of the road less traveled.
Wow.
Certainly a testament to perseverance. I don't know if it's that much, but may not call me smart, but you can't call me a quitter, right, Doug?
No, absolutely not. That last year when you played, at 36 years of age, you played 30 games between the NFL and the XFL.
Yeah, that was a long year.
Whoa, that's unbelievable.
Came back for a little bit in 2002, but that was the end. And I tell you, it was a lot of fun. Got to know a lot of guys over the years, and that's probably the best part about it. Some of the guys you play with, guys like Mark Tucker, and winning championships along the way always makes it better.
About the only league you didn't play in was the Arena League.
Yeah, and there was a time where John Elway, when I was doing their color commentating
He wanted you to
for their
play.
team, yeah, he goes, dude, I was about ready to activate you. And I go, John, I got about 8 snaps left, but not necessarily in a row.
Hey, there it is, Steve Bells.
In a row, right.
Yeah. Jim Ewan, shake hands. Again, these schools just 4 miles in Arizona Avenue separate the older school, Chandler, the new school, Hamilton. And Hamilton is now 8-0 against the boys down the street.
Yeah, I tell you what, that is, this will be a rivalry. Even though, and I tell you what, you know, this one's going to stick in Chandler's craw. To lose their little brother again, their sister school. Hamilton comes out on top.
They're both 9-1, both 4-1 in the Fiesta region, but with a win tonight, Hamilton is now the region champion, which will give them a home game in the playoffs. These two teams likely to meet again in the semifinals of the big school playoffs here in the state of Arizona. Once again, our final score, Hamilton 35 and Chandler 14. Coming up next, it's the 2006 Big East Women's Soccer Championship as Rutgers takes on West Virginia. For more information, log on to ESPNU.com. We are college sports. Again, thanks to all the folks here from Hamilton and Chandler. They rolled out the red carpet for us. We had a fun time in the Valley of the Sun. For David Diaz-Infante and our entire crew, I'm Doug Bell. So long from Arizona.
From stores